Hey guys, welcome to the second podcast of our book club session. And the book we chose this time is The Stranger by Albert Camus. And following the theme of absurd, yeah, exactly, absurd and popular books. So The Stranger is a really popular book. I think it's regarded as one of the most popular books in 20th century, the best book in 20th century, something like that. So it's a really absurd book and a good book. So we'll start from Senat.
Okay, so it's really short, but I'm so impressed by the fact how big of a message Albert Camus was able to deliver in just these 70 pages. And there's a reason why this is one of the most talked about books. Entering the book, I had no idea what to expect. Like, I didn't hear any summary beforehand or something, so I had no idea what I was diving into. But whatever I read, it was not what I expected. So from the starting of the book, I thought, this man, maybe he's depressed or something, because why isn't he feeling something? But then I was like, yeah, I get it, he's numb, relate. But the scenes that followed really shocked me. I was like, what? And especially the last 30 pages, the plot twist and all, the trial scene, it was incredible and so well written. So I'm gonna go around, ask the participants of this book club if they liked the book, and if they did not, why not? We'll start with Sahil.
I thought that it was a really nice book, a really good one. I would compare it to Metamorphosis, the one that I read last time. And I feel like the message was way deeper. Plus, the thing that really intrigued me was that we were actually looking into the mind of a person who is numb, the psychology of someone who doesn't feel much. So that interested me a lot. Though I would say that the first 50 pages of the book were kind of boring. I feel like the last 30 made up for it, because last 30 pages, it was really nice. And the thing is, the whole theme of absurdism, the concept that Albert Camus believes in, life is irrational and meaningless, that really intrigued me. So that's pretty much it.
अच्छा, मैंने किताब विद नो स्लीप पढ़ी थी, तो द बुक वाज पहले 50 पेजेस, तो लाइक ही सेड, मेरा तो दिमाग घूमा हुआ था. आई वाज सीरियसली जजिंग द कैरेक्टर कि पहले उसकी अम्मी मर गई हैं, अगले दिन वो हरकतें कर रहा है. सो इट वाज वियर्ड, लेकिन देन आफ्टरवर्ड्स आई रेड द एंडिंग अ फ्यू मिनट्स अगो एंड इट वाज अमेजिंग. आई थिंक एवरी वन ऑफ अस विल फील a point in life where we don't, existential crisis सबको होता है, तो we'll feel the whole atheist thing कि खुदा नहीं है. obviously no judgment to atheists, लेकिन we'll feel that judgmental. और I've personally delved down that path, और you've got to do your research. and when you जिस तरीके से आखिर में वो अपनी प्रीस्ट से लड़ता है कि no, there's no point in life, वही दिल टच हो गया था मेरा, मतलब बंदा सहम गया था. So that was it basically. That was first impressions. Over to the Taliban guy.
I thought when I started it, I was sick. तो फिर मैंने जब start किया तभी बुरा ही mood था. But at the start, I was expecting कि बहुत कुछ होगा, the stranger, some mystery, something like that होगा. But as I moved on, उसका funeral हुआ, then he went on to his daily life. पता चला कि it's not a story about mystery or something. It's it has a deeper meaning into it. But मुझे तो नहीं अच्छी लगती ऐसी books. ठीक है, the first 50 pages, as Sahil said, it's most of the book, but it's not that good. But the last 30, when he shoots the guy, he goes to jail, he has the trial, I really enjoyed that part. Especially in the jail, how he described his experience, the boredom he felt, or just he found solutions to it. That was really interesting for me. And the end, obviously, the scene with the priest, that was really interesting. And overall this was a good book. It was short, that's like something I liked क्योंकि मैं तो नहीं पढ़ता इतनी books. It was easy to get through it and I enjoyed it.
अच्छा, आई हैव टू कन्फेस मैंने पूरी बुक नहीं पढ़ी तो, लेकिन आई रेड द इंटायर समरी. तो फ्रॉम द स्टार्ट जब मैंने बुक पढ़ी थी मेरा इम्प्रेशन था ये क्या है. प्रॉबली बिकॉज मेरा मूड था ख़राब था क्योंकि मैंने फर्दर मैथ के बाद ये बुक पढ़ना स्टार्ट की थी. लेकिन देन आफ्टर रीडिंग द समरी एंड आफ्टर रीडिंग वट एवर आई रेड फ्रॉम द बुक, आई एक्चुअली वेंट एंड स्टडीड द राइटर Camus himself. Or there's very big parallels between the book and his life. वो Camus भी he used to have a very stern grandmother who used to play a large role in his family. तो that's why I think उसकी मदर की डेथ पे, like the protagonist की मदर की डेथ पे इतना वो रिएक्शन नहीं आया था protagonist से. And he also used to believe that कि the universe is indifferent and your opinions like really don't matter, you don't matter. So that really shows in his character. So yeah, abhi like I don't personally like the book क्योंकि it's a really philosophical book or I don't agree with his viewpoint at all. I was very weirded out by his character और मेरा बिल्कुल दिल नहीं चाह रहा था, मेरा like मेरी morality मुझे कह रही थी इस बुक को फेंक के बस आग लगाओ ना. So yeah, that's my opinion.
Vice President must speak.
Achha. Yeah, the book was absurd, honestly, but it felt pretty normal to me. I don't know why. Achha.
Do you need help?
Maybe.
Maybe. Do you want someone to talk to?
Maybe. Like actually, till the scene के जब तक उसने वो शूट नहीं किया था, it felt pretty normal to me. पता नहीं तुम लोग इतना weird out क्यों हो गए हो.
This is a time for help. Please, somebody talk to him after the session.
Some points.
See, he does.
Everyone shooting it's very realistic.
Yeah, it's realistic or crisis है, and actually basically the crux of the book was कि he is the stranger to the society. So to himself end पे नहीं, end पे he figured it out, but हाँ to some extent yeah, but crux ये था कि he was the stranger to the society because society has the set norms कि what is good, what is not good, whatever, ठीक है. And he was like कि हाँ क्या फ़ायदा, मतलब for bro life was pointless literally, and I relate to it. Yes, I really like the book honestly.
Can we see the A2 effect?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
You need sleep.
Yeah. Achha, now we're gonna ask around some questions related to the book, and we're gonna. She didn't read the book. We're gonna hear her viewpoints. So I'm gonna answer the first question. Okay. In what ways does the novel reflect the philosophy of absurdism? So absurdism in a crunch means like okay, life has no inherent meaning, and we can probably see that from the way the protagonist reacts like related to certain events throughout the book. The most biggest of them being his mother's death. He had no emotional reaction. Yeah, he thought about the good times, he thought about okay, oh, she was convenient for me, but most of the time he cared more about the weather than the death itself. And just like even while he killed a man and he was in jail for it, he didn't care कि अच्छा I might be in jail for the next 10 days, or even when he was like उसको hang करने का वो सोच रहे थे, he didn't care. He didn't even think that had a significant meaning in his life. And I really like we got to see his mindset related to things, because if we were seeing it from a third person's perspective, we'd be like, what is this man doing? He somebody put him in a mental asylum right now. But we got to see his thoughts. We didn't empathize with him exactly, but we saw certain things, the way he reached to conclusions, the way he didn't fall into societal norms, and if that's the way he thinks, and so that's the way he thinks. So the whole book does make us as readers also question, does life really have a meaning, or do we attach certain meanings to certain things? Yeah, stuff happens, but we have the option not to, be affected by it, but we do get affected by it. Is it something we can't control, or is it something we can control and we decide to do? So it just makes you question, it really does make you go into an existential crisis and all. Yeah. So now we're gonna ask the next question from Sahil.
What do इस बंदे का नाम क्या है? Okay. What do Meursault's interaction? Okay. What do Meursault's interaction with Sal? क्या था? What were the names?
With
Salmano, who was
Mary.
अच्छा the dog. Okay. I think के reveal about him aside, I feel like there were small messages everywhere in this book. Like you could get a message from every single character. Like the guy with the dog, उससे पता चलता है कि even if you are even like used to ness की बात आ गई कि like even though they were fighting at all times, when he lost him, he felt as if like there was something missing in his life. फिर there was Mary, who was like, I mean, her whole thing was that she liked a red flag वैसे तो. Because she was like, that's what I like about you. And what did she like? The guy didn't even care. Yeah, and except for that, Raymond was just a bad guy altogether. Because he wasn't a good guy, and that's the thing reveal about the main guy. Like Raymond, in the first place, wasn't a good guy to be associated with. Like he didn't care. Because like the guy's whole thing was like the main character's protagonist whole thing was that he didn't care much. So he was like, he made Raymond a friend, like a pal. Then there was Mary, who like he was like, I don't even love her, but he was fine with marrying her.
There was a dialogue in which he was like, I don't care, but if I was in a position to marry you, like I would. But then again, if some other girl asked me, I'd say yes too. I'm like, girl, why are you not running away? Exactly. That was very weird to me.
And then there was the guy with the dog. I mean, his interaction wasn't much with the main character, except that about his dog, like the main character was just being kind.
He had this love-hate relationship.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it about the side characters.
Oh no, question. What is the significance of the title Stranger? How does it relate to Meursault? अच्छा, सवाल बड़ा लेवल का है वैसे. कौन लिख रहा है? What is the significance of the title The Stranger? How does it relate to? इसका नाम क्या है? Meursault. So we talked about this. I think our vice president pointed that out very well, even though he doesn't like to speak. But yeah, the title Stranger basically shows how he's a stranger to society, and maybe partially in the book, in the starting of the book, a stranger to himself. कि एक बंदा है in a world where everyone thinks life has a meaning and we're destined to be here. There's fate involved. It's predestined. He was one of the few people who thought कि ज़िंदगी की ऐसी की तैसी. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, I've had a point in life where it was pretty relatable. I found God, obviously, alhamdulillah. लेकिन everyone, I said it before, everyone's going to go through a phase in life like this where they're going to be exactly like Meursault, where they don't care. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता ज़िंदगी में क्या हो रहा है. But one thing not related, इसका जो ट्रायल था, इतना कोई गंदा लॉयर था ना इसका, कसम से. He lost the case because the other guy said वो अपनी अम्मी के funeral पे रोया नहीं.
One thing I wanted to mention about the trial is that the trial was supposedly for the killing, right? But अगर तुम एक देखो कि ना इट वाज अ मेटाफोरिकल ट्रायल एज वेल. उसके लाइक ब्रेन के अंदर के उसकी थ्रू आउट द बुक जो जो उसके में नेगेटिविटीज बचली ना, उस